So I wanted to talk just a little bit about some of the basics. Obviously, some of you may be blockchain game developers and quite deep in the thick of it. Others may be game developers thinking about how blockchain might have relevance in what you do already. And introduce a little bit of why we're excited about blockchain, what we're doing to kind of do our part to contribute to the ecosystem. So a little bit about us first, just for the 1-minute pitch. We're headquartered in Hong Kong. We're a global game developer and publisher. Our focus on blockchain games really started about a year ago. We're headquartered in Hong Kong, but we have studios in Finland, Vancouver, and Argentina. Focusing on different types of game development. Each studio obviously has their specialty. I think we're best known, as it says in the name of the company, for brands. We're the largest licensee of third-party brands in the mobile game industry, so we make games featuring Garfield, Doraemon, Astro Boy, Ultraman, you name it. So that's kind of our calling card, and that's what we're known for. And I think when it comes to blockchain games, then we're probably best known for our association with CryptoKitties, which was kind of our first entree into blockchain gaming when we took on the publishing rights of CryptoKitties in Greater China last year. And that was kind of how we cut our teeth in learning about the space, getting excited about it, and then deciding to jump in with both feet. So why do games need blockchain, right? Because we all developed great games and played games for years before blockchain came along and started crashing the party. I'd argue that actually blockchain needs games, frankly. If you look at the crypto winter, as John was calling it, blockchain is in dire need of some excitement because people are just not investing in them as stores of value like they used to. But I think this is a good way to start thinking about why is it that games and blockchain together make sense. I think they make sense because technology adoption has frequently coincided with entertainment products, right? Especially porn, frankly, because all kinds of entertainment has been desired to be consumed by customers and by the general public, and then they say, well, I want higher resolution video, I want the ability to take that and make it portable, I want this, that, and the other, and that's what's driving a lot of technical innovation to the mass market. Are entertainment products. And so I think blockchain is very similar. So whether it was, CDs beating tape cassettes, online credit card payments, etc., all of these things were pioneered in the mass market because consumers were demanding, hey, I want to buy something online, why can't I use my credit card, right? It makes sense. And so I think blockchain is going to have a role to play and find its voice in terms of the mass consumer market through entertainment products. And games, in my opinion, is the best way. Because blockchain and games have a bit of a symbiotic relationship. If you think about, John's survey, one of the things that the audience, the respondents, felt most strongly about was thinking about blockchain assets and the ability to create digital assets. And that's something that gamers have already been engaging in for years. Whether it's in-game currency or acquiring premium items in a game, those are in-game assets. And blockchain technology just enables us to transact, trade, etc., those assets in a different fashion. And I would argue a better one, a more secure one that can help us grow our industry in many different ways. So what we're doing is we're embarking upon kind of a general philosophy of tokenizing every game. We think every game should be tokenized. Okay, that's my soundbite for the morning. And the reason is because every game already has a token. You have coins, you have diamonds, you have gold, you have some kind of premium currency in your games already. So why shouldn't those premium currencies simply be tokens on a blockchain, which then imbue them with greater security benefits, potential for scarcity value because you can have non-fungible tokens, et cetera, et cetera. So, and I think the blockchain gamer guys are going to share these presentations afterwards anyway, so you'll have all my slide details there. So we've been making an aggressive pitch to many companies in the blockchain space that, hey, we think you should take a look at entertainment and specifically games because you're doing really cool stuff with your blockchains and with what you've done trying to sort of build a philosophy around your tokens, but I'm sure you could benefit from more utility in your tokens. So let us make games together with you to provide utility for your token users so they can spend their tokens in games. Why not? So let me just go through quickly a few of our current blockchain initiatives. I want to specifically talk about 3 projects that we're working on because they're in different sort of aspects of blockchain game technology or blockchain entertainment. So the first one I'm going to talk about is WalletPet. WalletPet is kind of going back to our original DNA as a game company. I think some of you may remember a decade ago we had a game called Pretty Pet Salon, and we kind of cut our teeth on cute free-to-play casual games in the market. And so this was an attempt to go back to cute and free-to-play. But what we want to do is we want to educate the market. So we've essentially created a gamified wallet, okay? So it is a multi-currency, cryptocurrency wallet that you can use to store your tokens. But at the same time, we've layered on top what's essentially kind of a city builder functionality. So we've gamified it and made it fun so that people have to use a terrible word, an easier onboarding process. It's just so it's more accessible. To people who are familiar with games, they will recognize this. They will recognize the interface, and they'll have something that they feel that they can play a bit. And as they play, they will learn what is the functionality of a wallet, what is a token, et cetera, and understand more about cryptocurrency and collecting tokens, and have a place to store their tokens. And introduce them to the idea of having tokens in games. Okay, so a few details about the wallet. I encourage you all to download it as a bonus for everybody at the conference, and I seem to have lost my formatting on the bottom, but we're doing an airdrop these 2 days, so if you download WalletPet, obviously lots of freebies for everybody as a thank you for giving it a try, but more importantly, let us know what you think and give us feedback, right? Good, bad, indifferent, etc. We can always benefit from your feedback. The sandbox. I'm not going to talk about the sandbox too much because I'm sure everybody's familiar with it. If you want details, Sebastian is right there. So Sebastian is, I guess, he's sort of Yoda of the sandbox, in a manner of speaking. But he can give you all of the details. But to summarize very briefly, the sandbox on blockchain is a 3-dimensional user-generated content environment. And it's our belief that user-generated content is a fantastic part of the gaming industry. And so this game is intended for users to be able to use the voxel creator, which Sebastian's team at Pixel have created, where you can create your own voxelated art and then upload that art into the game, trade it in the marketplace, which has been created, and then create your own game content with it. And I'll just quickly show you a demo of what that looks like here. And Sebastian is on a panel later this morning, and I'm sure he'll be talking about it in detail. So to give you an idea of what the voxel editor looks like, you can create your own characters in what is essentially 3D pixelated art. And then once you've created those characters, you can put them into the game in your own space, or you can also put them in the marketplace where there is a tokenized currency called sand, and you can put it up for sale and make money from your creations if you want. So the idea is it's not just UGC for the sake of the enjoyment of creating content, but for those who are particularly creative and entrepreneurial, you can also potentially make money from creating your own content and get some return for all that investment of time you put into creating great characters and beautiful images, etc. Because what we're doing at the end of the day is essentially building a community around the enjoyment of creating these virtual worlds. But we think that the fact that there is this so-called blockchain angle of being able to monetize your creations and create value in your creations is something that hasn't been seen yet in the user-generated content business. So to move on to the next example, this is a health and fitness app which we have created, which I think probably has is a little bit more mature in terms of business model, cooperative business model, because we created an app that uses AI and the front-facing camera. Actually, I'll show you a little demo here. The front-facing camera to assess your body position, so that when you do squats, which is a relatively straightforward, simple exercise, you place the phone in front of you, and the phone front-facing camera will recognize your position and act as your personal trainer. So it assesses whether your positioning is correct and then gives you credit every time that you do it properly, and it encourages you to keep fit and do it on a daily basis. So, it's a fitness app. Uses a little bit of AI. And where does the blockchain part come in? It comes in because we decided to cooperate with a company called Limpo, based in Lithuania, and they have a token specifically for health and fitness and exercise. And so from that was born another idea, which is called Squat for Crypto. As everybody's exercising, one of the things that happens is that they earn Limpo tokens for completing their exercises, and the more they do on a regular basis, the more they earn. And so part of the reason that this has worked out well for us, initially at least as a partnership with Limpo, is because they had a token ecosystem with a variety of different applications, but what they wanted is to expand the market. They wanted to expand the number of people who are collecting and exchanging Limpo tokens, and they wanted to create more utility for those tokens. And here you have a perfect example of something that's fun, it's healthy, it fits along with the profile of their philosophy of being a token for exercise and health and fitness, and it allows users and outlets to spend and enjoy their tokens and their coins. So, to be brief, that's kind of what we're up to these days. We're obviously working on a lot of other games, but I think these three in particular give you some different parameters of something that we're doing in health and fitness. It's actually subscription-based, something we're doing in user-generated content, and something we're doing in consumer education and the wallet space. So thank you very much, and if anybody has any questions.
Questions? Yep.
Hi, Mark Eisenstadt from Decent Games. Just on, is that Squat for Limpo? Does Limpo see that as a lost leader for them to get people in doing stuff?
No, not at all.
For them.
For them, it's another place for people to spend their coins. So if you think about it, on an airline, you collect frequent flyer points, right? And so why do they come up with online shopping catalogs? Because that way the points are perceived as more valuable because you have other places to spend them. And so this serves the same purpose.